On any given day in the city of Pittsburgh, you might ask the question, where's the mayor? And chances are he might be out of town.
In his 5 years in office, Bill Peduto has become the most traveling mayor in the city's history, taking trips to Europe no fewer than 6 times. But as the mayor tells KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan, it's all for the benefit of Pittsburgh.
I'm a traveling man, made a lot of stops all over the world.
Ricky Nelson may have been a traveling man, but he had nothing on Mayor Bill Peduto. Since taking office 5 years ago, the mayor's traveled the planet, spending 276 days out of town, out of state, or out of the country. Frequent trips to Washington, D.C., New York City, and California, along with the farther-flung destination like Ludwigsburg, Germany, Havana, Cuba, Milan, Italy, and just last month, Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, all in the name of city business.
Do you see yourself as a global ambassador?
I see myself as the role of a salesman.
There's no doubt that Peduto sees his job differently than his predecessors, all of whom only occasionally ventured outside of city limits. Peduto believes that promoting the city on a national and international level is equal to his task of overseeing delivery of basic services. To that end, he's traveled to Europe no less than 6 times.
What about people who say, hey, Mayor, why don't you stay in town, pick up the garbage, patrol the streets?
I don't get the opportunity to pick and choose which one I want to do. I have to do both.
Public money really isn't the issue. Although the travel has exceeded $131,000, most of that's been picked up by the groups who've invited him. City taxpayers have been on the hook for less than $30,000. Still, critics like Comptroller Michael Lamb say the mayor's frequent absences have hurt the performance of his administration back home.
When you're running a city of this size, presence is important, and being here for the day-to-day decisions of this city are an important thing, and a lot that should be getting done doesn't get done because of it.
While the mayor cites advances in the delivery of basic services, Lamb points to the lack of an agreement with the city's nonprofit hospitals and universities on payments in lieu of taxes, which he estimates has cost the city about $30 million. The mayor counters that travel has helped him net the city somewhere between $50 and $100 million in grants and helped him sell Pittsburgh to high-tech companies such as the autonomous vehicle pioneers Uber and Argo AI.
You can't sit in an office and wait for companies to come to you. You have to be engaged.
But in his travels, the mayor has also pursued 2 of his personal passions. 5 trips, including a conference in Denmark on bike transportation and bike lanes. And more recently, he's gone to conferences and summits on global climate change, an issue that has thrown him into the international spotlight.
Is that a good role for a mayor?
Well, it's a role that I've sort of been cast into since one famous tweet. That's received about 25 million views.
In the tweet read round the world, Peduto challenged President Trump, who pulled out of the Paris Climate Accords, saying he represented Pittsburgh, not Paris. Peduto tweeted back that, as mayor of Pittsburgh, I can assure you that we will follow the guidelines of the Paris Agreement for our people, our economy, and future. Peduto says it's done more than anything to change the city's smoky image, and just last month, former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg awarded Peduto and the city a $2.5 million grant for adhering to the accords. A nice get, but something Lamb says the city would have received even if Peduto had stayed home.
I don't really fault him for being part of that conversation. I think a lot of it he could do here.
Let you be the judge of the mayor's travel. Log on to KDKA.com where you'll find an analysis of the places he's been and the reasons for it. Also, tomorrow night, I'll have my own analysis of the mayor's administration and its effectiveness. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting at the City County Building, Andy Sheehan, KDKA-TV News.